A communication plan defines the approach that a program will use to communicate with communities. It helps ensure systematic information sharing and two-way communication. Churning out press releases every week that don't get picked up. Are you spending money on digital and print advertising but seeing sales decline? Yeah. Are your employees unable to send a consistent message about your organization to customers or donors? If any of these things are occurring, chances are it is a result of poor or no communications planning. Okay, now I can see your eyes rolling. Okay, please, I will do anything, but don't make me go through another planning exercise. Isn't this what you're thinking? Now, hey, if it were easy, everyone would do it, and you wouldn't have this opportunity to distinguish yourself from the pack. The fact of the matter is, communications planning is essential to success, and it needn't be a slog. With the right strategists at your side, the process can wow you with aha moments and even entertain as you go along. Okay, let's move on to why do we need a communication plan? Okay, I've explained what a communication plan is. Now, when you understand the meaning, I'm sure a little bit of it goes, as to why you need it. The meaning itself explains as to how important a communication plan is. Now, many people think they don't have time to plan their internal communications. They just want to get on with it. Maybe you already know the danger of this approach, but don't know how to plan it effectively. Or maybe you plan your communications and you still aren't in control. It does happen at times, okay? So let's understand the reasons we need to have a communication plan. Firstly, we need a communication plan to clarify your agency's goals and objectives. When you plan a trip, you take along the GPS or the map. Now, a communications plan is a navigation tool, just like your GPS or your map, that will help you define exactly where you are going and how you're going to get there. Is the goal to increase sales among existing customers or to expand and tap into new customer bases? Both of these are reasonable objectives, but the tactics and strategies to achieve them would be very different. Without being clear about your goal makes it hard to know how to achieve it, correct? So think of your plan as your roadmap. You know where you want to go, but you need a route to get there. The plan is your route, okay? The communication plan sets the standards of how and when communication takes place. As the project manager, you want to set the tone for all communication concerning the project. This allows you to maintain control of the project and ensure all stakeholders receive the necessary information. So set standards for how participants communicate, including emails, meetings, phone calls, and memos. For regular communication, such as meetings, timing is another consideration. Okay, so schedule weekly project meetings to keep participants updated on the progress. Okay, you need to get that done. Now, having clarified your agency's goals and objectives, okay, you need to clarify the relationships between audiences, messages, channels, activities, and materials. Going through the communications planning process will help you identify who you need to reach. Tell them what you want them to know and how you will reach them. Okay, you will find that each of your audiences has unique characteristics, needs, and motivations. Through planning, you will discover the most effective ways to communicate with them. Communication is a two-way street, correct? You can put out all the communications messages you want and use every available vehicle, but if the words fall on deaf ears or maybe no ears at all, you have wasted valuable time and money. Isn't that true? Okay, so the communications planning process helps an organization clarify exactly who they are trying to reach and why. Much of the time, when we ask clients who they want to engage, they will say the general public or business leaders. Now, those categories are both fairly vague, and unless your marketing and communications budget rivals that of Coca-Cola, you are going to find it difficult to reach everybody everywhere. Correct? So you have to be a rival to your Coca-Cola. And even if the Coke targets specific demographics. Okay. Each of your audiences has different needs, expectations, and motivations. The communications planning process helps you hone on in the one or ones you want to reach so that you can be more precise and effective in your communications efforts. Now, thirdly, you need to identify and implement a variety of communications activities. There are many different ways to spread your message. This will help you to settle on which activities you will engage in so that you aren't continuously pulled in different directions. A good communications plan will save an organization a great deal of time and money. With an understanding of the audiences, solid messages, and alignment of staff, board, and other stakeholders, organizations can identify the best strategies to reach their target audiences and achieve their goals. Today, we have more means to communicate than ever before in human history, correct? We have so many ways to communicate, but without a plan, companies and organizations are in a wasteful, ineffective, throw it on the wall and see if it sticks mode. You got that? So if you throw something on the wall and you watch, it is sticking. Okay, that mode is a definitely waste. Okay, so communications plan expresses clearly and succinctly, and you want to say about your work. So what you want to say about your work has to be very clear. Okay, it identifies key channels and the most appropriate audiences to engage. Okay, it targets specific changes and it integrates the effort, for example the radio ad, and takes you to a specific part of the organization's website where there is additional information. There they might find a coupon or an opportunity to sign up for Twitter updates. If they like what they see, the customer, the client, or donor is given a chance to interact and will stay connected. Depending on your organization, your scope, and your goals, such intensive incentives have to be carefully choreographed to avoid costly wheel spinning.